Honestly, there's a few different things that make Meadowbrook so much different, so much more unique than any other club in town.
No, you're good. Okay.
What's that?
Sorry, I thought you were.
Make it so much more unique than any other club in town, and obviously the golf course speaks for itself. Bar none, probably top 5 in St. Louis, if not after these renovations, top 5 in Missouri. The big one is it's a country club without it having that country club feel. There are no cliques. There are no groups that you have to get a part of or be a part of. There's no feeling of I have to have certain friends to be able to get into this group. It's just an overall welcoming family. No matter where you go down to the 19th hole, you're out on the first tee, you step foot in the grill, and you just see people you know. You're automatically transported into just being a part of the family. So Meadowbrook is really focused on making sure that it's not too uppity is a kind of a bad word, but
no, you're good. That fantastic comment condensed to maybe 30 seconds of that.
Yep.
30, 45 seconds, and that's a great snippet there.
Yep.
Difference between talking to a prospect and talking to this, it's a little bit more concise, right? So it's going to be that 15, 20-second window. Try to do less fluff words. Just get to the point of what you're saying would be better. But that was absolutely fantastic. That was great. Jeff, let me know when you're
ready
to roll. Okay?
okay.
Let's do it. Give me your best intro, right? So started this process off a couple years ago, and what's the goal? What is the goal of phase 2? Looking 10 years in the future, looking back, what did we accomplish? What will this do? Will it elevate our status? Kind of touch on that.
So 3 years ago when we did the outdoor bar, everybody thought it was going to be just another bar added. The outdoor bar completely changed the culture of the club. Not only from the members that joined, but from a dining aspect, it just created this more casual atmosphere. It's welcoming and it's warm. Even in the dead of winter, you still have the heaters, and it just creates such an atmosphere that speaks so true to what Meadowbrook is, which is overly welcoming. You can't walk up to the bar as a new member without someone saying hi to you. So in looking in phase 2, we wanted to recreate that same exact atmosphere outside, inside. We know that the current grill, 12 years old, it's a little outdated. So we wanted to create that same atmosphere, that same warm, welcoming feeling that you would have inside. So by moving the bar from a less of a pigeonholed area into it being the kind of the main focus of the grill. As soon as you walk in, you're hit immediately with this grandiose bar, wines around, wines on the outside, a wine room. It's going to speak really, really highly to where we want to be with dining here at the club.
All right, so I'd like you to start off this snippet with this part about bringing the culture of the outside bar into the inside, and then go right into kind of the 3 different areas. So start off with, we want it to bring two areas: lounge, bar. No,
it's not a lounge. It's all seating. So if anything, you've got dining, bar, and then like more dining, but it's more of like a quieter atmosphere.
Sure. So let's do, again, 30 to 45 seconds. I wanted to bring that culture of the outside bar inside.
Yeah.
You walk in, and then paint me a picture of what the grill looks like.
Yeah. So when you walk outside, you see the outdoor bar, and it's grandiose, right? You have your full bar, seating all the way around. So as soon as you walk up to the outdoor bar, it is super welcoming, and we wanted to create that same vision inside. So there's a couple different areas inside that do create that warm welcome that you get as soon as you walk into the brand new grill. First thing is your opening. As soon as you walk in, it's no longer just 2 doors. It's a wider opening. You can see much more of the grill. As soon as you walk in, you've got more of a casual seating. Still going to be country club casual. Then whenever you make your way through that, your hostess or whoever will end up seating you around the bar. The bar is kind of the main focus of the grill itself. You got bar seating around the bar, a little bit of seating up against the wall, and then you make your way back behind the glass doors. They can be closed off for a little bit more of an intimate, maybe private setting, but still going to be opened because it is one large space. We want the grill to be the grill. We want it to be welcoming and open, and it's going to be named something different, but still haven't come up with that yet.
That's fine. That's good for now.
Yeah.
Do that again. That was great.
I'm not going to be able to do that again.
Condense a little more. It's great. Start off. We wanted to take the culture of the outside bar and bring it inside. As you walk in, boom, cut it. You're watching the video, and I need 30 to 45 seconds of that.
30 to 45. So the culture of the outdoor bar, very welcoming.
You don't have to describe the outdoor bar. Just we
You walk the culture that you have at the outdoor bar. We wanted to recreate that inside.
Boom. Yes, that right there.
So everything that we had and that we built over the last 3 years, the culture of the outdoor bar, we wanted to recreate that, put that inside, right? So with all the plans and all of the additions that we have, the areas that we have within the grill, it's going to recreate that immediately, right? So you're going to have, as soon as you walk in, larger opening. You're going to have seating as soon as you walk in. The bar is the main focus. You still have, you have your wine room back behind the bar, which is going to be another seating area. And then as you make your way towards the windows, that becomes more of, I would say, maybe a little bit quieter area. Glass walls to be able to quiet everything down, but yeah.
No, that was good. That was good. That was good.
Probably
Take
need
out the
to
glass, it's good.
describe that, because you can splice and whatever else, right?
Yeah.
So
Again, you're doing great.
the back area, which will be separated by glass walls, will be more of the, I wouldn't call it fine dining, but still very casual. You're going to have large tables for families, but it's going to be able to be separated by these movable glass walls, which will give it a little bit more separation from what people see as the bar. So,
Absolutely fantastic. Can you touch a little bit on the ballroom bar, Meadowbrook Grand Ballroom Bar? Maybe highlight 25 to 30 seconds on what that is. So I thought, one of the last phases of this.
I mean, the current ballroom bar it's 40 years old, right? So it's been there. It's had its time. Even more so, the way that the bar is set up isn't truly conducive to a true bar. So being able to move that back, and again, the cohesive plan of phase 2 means that those same colors, those same patterns, the same feel and vibe that you get from inside and the outdoor bar, we're going to recreate that in the grill, or I'm sorry, in the ballroom bar. So you're still going to have that same feeling of warm welcome whenever you walk in, and it's still going to be a grandiose bar. It's just going to be much more formidable and much more user-friendly.
Yeah, that's great. What do you think it's going to do with having weddings or mitzvahs in there? You think that's going to enhance that, or
if that is going to be the first statement that you see as soon as you walk into the grill, or if that's going to be the first statement that you see when you walk into the ballroom bar, it should exponentially grow the business.
Sure. Banquet. Let's try that again. Talk about our banquet business here at the club.
In looking at the outdoor, I probably need to.
You're fine. Just keep talking. Yeah.
Well, I'm like cutting you off, and you're going to hear your voice in that.
Exactly.
The ballroom bar is going to change the way that banquets are had here at the club. Before the space sold the area, and if people wanted 300 people or 400 people, it was the space that we had. Now that first impact statement that you're going to have whenever you walk into the ballroom is going to be a brand new bar. It speaks to what Meadowbrook is, but even more so, it falls in line, and it's part of that phase 2 planning. It just, everything, it flows from room to room. Ballroom is just going to make such a statement when booking weddings, when booking bar and bat mitzvahs, and just large corporate events. So
that's great. One other thing I want you to touch on, maybe just a little bit about the baby pool, and kind of just, 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I got it. So
I want a
family. That's exactly where that's where my head was going to. So over the last 5 years, we've seen this uptick in Meadowbrook families that have joined. Over the last 5 years, we've seen this uptick. We've seen what's another word for uptick?
We've seen more family or.
We've seen a rise in family memberships.
Increase.
Yeah, an increase. So over the last 5 years, we've seen a strong increase and a focus towards being able to build that Meadowbrook family. Those that are between the ages of 35 and 45, for instance, and being able to have an area for the families during the pool season, splash pad or kiddie pool area. It's going to truly change the culture here at the club and being able to offer so much more for that demographic.
Yeah, absolutely great. I give you your best sign off, right? You're ending the video, and the vision, the goal.
And that's the way it was. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Bruce Almighty. Let's
Best send off?
best send off. Yeah. You're closing it. You're sending it off. This is without a doubt going to elevate us into the next status of country clubs in St. Louis. Something that puts a capital on why we're doing this. The club is great. We have a fantastic club.
That's good. So when looking at where we are now, we're already premier. To be able to accomplish what we're going to accomplish in the next 3 years is going to elevate our status immediately. The second that people start seeing dump trucks and earth movers and construction, it creates a buzz. It creates excitement. So in looking at what the next 3 years holds for Meadowbrook, growth, yeah. I lost
That's
it.
good.
I lost
That's
it.
great.
I think that's pretty good.
That's great. Anything that you're watching this and you see yourself there, is there anything that you feel a personal connection to that you want to talk upon? Craig talked about how if we didn't do the renovations in the 90s, where would we be at today? So something you feel a personal connection that you would be remiss if you didn't talk about it in these interviews.
Just trying to make a connection because there's so much. I mean, Jim can probably attest to the fact that when he came in, there was duct tape all over the walls here in the ballroom. To not only see where we've been and what we've accomplished over the last 15 years, but to know that we're going to accomplish almost $5 million in renovations over the next 3 years. It creates excitement with the current membership that can only transfer over into potential members. And looking at the club, we become that much more relevant and that much more premier, which is part of our mission statement in the first place. So when looking at what the next 3 years holds, there really isn't a specific or a particular item that I'm most excited about, but really it's the outcome and the growth that could be had, or that's going to be had, once these items are completed. Yeah.
That's great. Clayton, thank you very much. That was absolutely fantastic.
It's really not that hard on camera.
Work. Huh?
Why was it